All right, you miserable lot. It's your mate Dave here, with a quick bit of health and safety before Dougie starts waffling on about nuclear bloody war. First off, if you're listening to this while sat in the bath with your toaster wrapped in cling film, congratulations, you've already failed. Second, don't use this podcast as your actual survival plan. If the bombs drop and you're taking notes off Dougie, you deserve the extra head. And third, this show's got more swearing than a scaffolder's WhatsApp group, so if you're a delicate little flower, go put on the CBeebies app and leave the rest of us to prepare for the apocalypse in peace. Right, let's talk Fallout, mushroom clouds and what not to do with a bloody disco ball, for episode 2, Nuclear War and the Last Laugh. Now come on, cue the theme tune.
Welcome to Proper Prepper FM, the only station brave enough to broadcast from a shed. Powered by lukewarm tea, half a packet of biscuits, and Dougie Mac Prep's dodgy wiring. Proper Prepper FM, thankfully nowhere near you.
Before we start talking mushroom clouds, if you got a survival brainwave, a total disaster of an idea, or just want to ask me why sequins aren't radiation proof, by emailing properprepperfm@radiomail.uk or call 07555111000. I can't promise I'll be kind, but I'll read it. Welcome back to Proper Prepper FM, the only live prepper podcast that can survive a nuclear blast, but not your mother-in-law's lasagna. I'm your host, Dougie McPrep, and if you're tuning in from a Faraday cage built out of Tesco trolleys and tinfoil, you're halfway there. This week's cheerful topic, nuclear bloody war. That's right, folks, the Big Bang, Fallout Fiesta, the moment your smart fridge becomes a molten god with a garnish of whiskey. You know things are dire when the government starts handing out pamphlets saying, stay calm, while digging bunkers for themselves. Where news reports say there's no issues with food stocks while standing in front of empty sodding shelves, bloody priceless. Anyways, folks, so, tonight, we'll cover what to do when the sky lights up like a Poundland fireworks finale, how to build a bunker that isn't just a repurposed wheelie bin, and what supplies you'll actually need once your eyebrows have melted off. Well, I'm just having a Dougie moment. Let me tell you about Jeff, lives 2 doors down. Lovely bloke. Until he started prepping for nuclear war by hoarding glow sticks and vitamin C. Can't get you if you're vibrant and healthy, Dougie. Yeah, Jeff, and a sombrero will save you from a drone strike. So here's the thing. Nuclear war isn't a boss fight. You can't dodge roll and chug Lucozade until you feel better. There's prep, and then there's fantasy cosplay. Guess which side Jeff's on. Here's a basic breakdown of what you actually need. Now, take Dougie's nuclear survival starter pack. Potassium iodide. Not Smarties, Jeff. Airtight food storage. No, Greg's bags don't count. Gas mask or improvised filter. Not your wife's tights, unless you're robbing an off-license. Battery-powered radio, preferably one that isn't tuned to the BBC. Dosimeter, to track how soon you'll be glowing. Duct tape, because of course. Bonus, a shovel, to dig. Or bury your optimism. Today's mini rant is this. Can we stop calling bug-out bags go bags? You're not Jason Bloody Bourne. You're Gary from Hull, you work in a carpet shop, let's keep it grounded, yep. Bloody hell is it that time already. Back to our guest interview section of the show. Who have we here today then? It's Bev59 from Essex, the Fallout fashionista. So folks, this week's guest is Bev, who claims she's created the UK's first fashionable anti-radiation line. Welcome, Bev.
Thanks, love. I believe in surviving, but in style.
You've walked in here wearing a pink hazmat suit with rhinestones?
Limited edition. Called it the Fallout Fuchsia.
And that helmet?
Repurposed disco ball. Great for morale.
but it's a mirror ball.
Multi-purpose. Reflects light. Distracts zombies. Confuses perverts.
Bev, do any of your products actually stop radiation?
They stop you being boring, darling.
Right. So, death by radiation. Make it fashionable, eh?
Exactly.
Thanks for popping in, and mind your head on the way out. God give me strength. Am I going to last 30 sodding weeks doing this? Jeez.
Can I use your loo before I go?
No. And now it's the slot of the week, your emails.
You've got an email, ding ding. You've got an email, ding ding. I said, you've got an email, ding ding.
Davey, I thought you were going to change this bloody email tune. Next week, yeah? Don't be letting me bloody down now. Don't know why I pay you. Now it's time for listeners' emails, or as I like to call it, the mailbag of meltdown. Let's get right into it, shall we? And who do we have here? Email 1. This is from Darren, 38, from Liverpool. All right, Lar, he says, if I lie in the bath with the cat and cover us in cling film, are we safe from fallout? Not even safe from the cat, Darren. Get help. Next we have email 2 from Paige, 24, from Croydon. She asks Dougie, can I turn my tanning bed into a decontamination chamber? Paige, only if you're trying to become a radioactive cornflake, my love. Next up we have email 3 from Big Tony, 51, in Leeds. He says, I built a bunker under my hot tub, but it leaks. Is that a feature? It's a grave with bubbles, Tony. How many more have we got? 2. Good. Okay, then next we have email 4. This is from Reese, 19, down in Norwich. Will wearing a full-body GIMP suit protect me from radiation? From dignity? No. From love? Possibly. From gamma rays? Not a bloody chance. And the last one we have, email 5. This one is from Wendy, 51, from up my way. She's from Dundee. She asks Dougie, I've trained my pussy to alert me when the radiation gets too high. She just meows louder. Is that enough? Wendy, I'm not a lover of cats, but you've rekindled an interest. That's the end of this bag of deranged and disturbed individuals. Makes me feel somewhat happy that you are all south of the border. My mini tip, here's the tip. If your entire plan for nuclear war involves baking bread and doing yoga underground, congratulations. You're opening a yoga studio for ghosts. It's a bunker, not a bloody spa. Well, it's that time, folks, where I can sign off and drown myself in a gallon of whiskey, blank my mind from this ruddy show. Before we end this week's show, let's do a quick wrap-up segment. So, what have we learned, folks? When the sirens blare, the mushroom cloud blooms, and society shits itself sideways. Be ready. Have your gear. Know your plan. And maybe, just maybe, don't wear sequins unless you're John Travolta dancing your way into a Quentin Tarantino film. Join me next week for a classic prepping essential. Next week we're on water, cleaning it, storing it, and why you shouldn't nick it from your neighbour's pond. Email me on properprepperfm@radiomail.uk or call 07555111000 with your best water hacks or the stupidest hydration fail you've seen. Go on, make me gag. Any road until next week. Slanjava.
That's all from the shed. You've been listening to Proper Prepper FM. If the roof's still on, we'll be back next time. Until then, good luck out there. For FM, closing down the live and switching off the lights in the shed. See you all next week. That's if they have bothered to pay me.
Well, that's the end of this week's cheery episode. Nuclear war, melted eyebrows, and Bev in a rhinestone hazmat suit. If you liked it, do us a favour. Click like, subscribe and share it with someone you reckon wouldn't last 5 minutes in a queue in a checkout. And if you didn't like it, go listen to a podcast about knitting cardigans for badgers. We'll be back next week with Dougie ranting about water, how to get it, how to keep it clean, and whether nicking it from your neighbour's fish tank is fair game. Till then, keep prepping, keep swearing, and for God's sake, no sequins. Here's one for you lot. What would be your daftest bunker item? Glow sticks, a disco ball, or your mother-in-law? Leave it in the comments. Till next week then. I'll see you laters.